Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to close your eyes for just a moment, take a deep breath, and imagine this: a life where every setback, every disappointment, and every failure leads you closer to your ultimate breakthrough. Imagine a life where God, the universe, or the force that guides you, whatever you believe in, surprises you with opportunities you never thought possible. This, my friends, is not just a dream. It's your reality waiting to unfold. Right now, some of you may be feeling stuck. You might be facing challenges that seem insurmountable. You might be questioning your worth, wondering if you have what it takes to turn your life around. But let me tell you something powerful. God will surprise you. When life seems at its hardest, when everything is falling apart, that is often when the greatest breakthroughs are right around the corner. I want you to feel this truth in your bones. What you're going through right now does not define you. It's just a stepping stone to the life that's waiting for you. You see, so often we limit ourselves. We think that our circumstances define us, that where we are right now is the final destination. But I want to challenge that belief. Your circumstances do not have the power to define your future. It's your faith, your determination, and your belief and the possibility of more that has the power to shape your destiny. God has a plan for you that is bigger than anything you've imagined. He's not waiting for you to be perfect. He's not waiting for everything to line up just right. He's waiting for you to take action. Every great breakthrough in life starts with a simple step forward. The path won't always be clear, and there will be moments of doubt, but I promise you, if you keep moving forward, you will see that what you thought was impossible becomes your reality. Some of you are waiting for a sign, a miracle, or a solution to fall from the sky, but let me tell you something. The miracle is already in motion. God works through you, in you, and around you. Every opportunity, every person you meet, and every door that opens is part of the incredible, unexpected surprises that are being arranged for you. But here's the key. You have to be ready to receive them. How do you do that? You start by believing. Believing in yourself, believing in your potential, and believing that you are worthy of the life you dream of. There is no dream too big. No goal too impossible. You have been given everything you need to succeed. But it's not going to fall into your lap. It's going to require action. It's going to require you to step out of your comfort zone and trust that even when the road is unclear, you are walking the path of purpose. Every setback you've experienced was not meant to break you. It was meant to build you. Every no, every rejection, every failure was simply God clearing the way for something greater. You are stronger than you realize. You are more capable than you can even imagine, and you are worthy of the life you desire. Today, I want you to make a promise to yourself. No more waiting. No more playing small. No more doubting your abilities. You are ready. The time is now. Stand up, take charge of your life, and know that God will surprise you with blessings, opportunities, and miracles that you never saw coming. All you have to do is take the first step. The universe is aligned in your favor, and it's your time to rise. You have everything you need to become the person you were destined to be. The life you've dreamed of is waiting for you. The question is, will you take action and step into your greatness? You can, you will, and you are worth it. Belief is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. It's what shapes our reality, propels us toward our dreams, and fuels the fire of our persistence. When you believe in something, whether it's in yourself, your potential, or the greater purpose that's unfolding in your life, everything changes. Belief is the cornerstone upon which miracles are built, and it is through this belief that we open ourselves to the extraordinary possibilities that God has in store for us. In moments of challenge and uncertainty, when the weight of life's difficulties feels overwhelming, belief becomes your anchor. It's easy to feel lost in those moments, to question whether you'll ever reach the other side of your struggle. But let me tell you this, belief will guide you through. The Bible tells us that faith can move mountains, and it's that same belief that empowers you to take steps when everything around you says, don't. Belief is the spark that ignites action, even when the path ahead seems unclear. Many times in life, we limit ourselves because we don't fully believe in the potential of what's possible. We settle for what's in front of us, not because we're content, but because we think it's all we deserve. We begin to believe the stories that we tell ourselves about who we are and what we can achieve, And those beliefs often limit us from experiencing all that life has to offer. But here's the truth. Your belief in yourself and in God's plan for you is the key that unlocks the door to your potential. You might be wondering, how do I believe when everything around me seems to be falling apart? The answer lies in trusting that, even in those difficult moments, God is working behind the scenes. God's plans for you are greater than anything you could ever envision for yourself. The surprises he has in store for you are beyond your wildest dreams, but it begins with you believing that they are possible. Belief is not just about thinking positively. It's about knowing deep in your core that what you want and need is already on its way. It's about trusting that God has already set things into motion, even when you don't see the evidence right away. Belief requires patience. It requires trust that the timing of your breakthrough is in perfect alignment with the plan that has been designed for you. And in those moments when doubt creeps in, belief is what reminds you to keep going, to keep striving, and to keep trusting in God's will. When you cultivate belief in your life, you begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to recognize blessings, even in the midst of trials. Belief changes your perspective. It helps you to see the world through a lens of possibility rather than limitation. It allows you to rise above the doubts and the fears that might be holding you back. And it gives you the courage to take bold action even when the road ahead seems daunting. God will surprise you, but you must first believe that those surprises are coming. It's through belief that you prepare yourself to receive the miracles God has waiting for you. Your belief is the foundation upon which everything else is built. The challenges you face, the dreams you've yet to fulfill, and the life you've been praying for, all that is within your reach. But it begins with you believing that it is possible. Belief is a choice. Every day you have the opportunity to choose what you believe about yourself and about the world around you. Do you believe that you are capable of greatness? Do you believe that God's plan for your life is unfolding perfectly, even if you can't see it yet? Do you believe that the best is yet to come? When you believe, you open the door to what's next. You make room for the blessings, the opportunities, and the surprises that God is preparing for you. It might not happen on your timeline, but if you stay rooted in belief, you will begin to see that all the pieces are falling into place, even when it feels like they're not. So trust in the process, hold fast to your faith, and know that with belief in your heart, you are capable of experiencing the miracles that God has designed just for you. A breakthrough is more than just a moment of sudden success. It's a transformative shift that propels you forward in ways you never thought possible. It's that point in your life when everything changes, when the struggles you've faced become the stepping stones that lead you to something greater. And here's the amazing thing. God will surprise you with breakthroughs that defy your expectations. We all go through seasons of struggle, of feeling stuck, as though we're spinning our wheels and getting nowhere. It can be easy to lose hope, to think that the life you want, the change you need, is just out of reach. But I'm here to tell you that your breakthrough is coming, and it's closer than you think. You are not meant to stay where you are forever. God has designed you for growth, for expansion, and for transformation. The breakthrough that you're waiting for is part of the divine plan He has for your life. And sometimes it's the waiting, the challenges, and the perseverance through difficult times that prepare you for what's next. Think about the moments in your life when you've had a breakthrough, when something that seemed impossible suddenly became a reality. Maybe it was a personal goal that you achieved after years of hard work. Maybe it was a moment when everything just clicked and you understood exactly where you were supposed to go next. Maybe it was when you found the strength to keep going even when you wanted to give up. Whatever it was, those breakthroughs didn't come because you were perfect or because everything went according to plan. They came because you stayed committed, you stayed faithful, and you believed that something greater was on the horizon. God works in ways that often surprise us. He doesn't always show us the full picture. He doesn't give us the map to the destination right away. But He is always working behind the scenes, arranging circumstances, opening doors, and positioning you for the breakthroughs that will come at just the right time. You may not always see it in the moment, but rest assured God is always preparing you for something better. Breakthroughs are rarely easy, and they often come after a time of testing and trial. Think about the process of growth, whether it's the growth of a seed into a tree or the shaping of a diamond from a rough stone. There's a period of pressure, of darkness, of uncertainty. But in that pressure, the transformation. is happening. You are being shaped, refined, and strengthened for the breakthrough that is coming. The hardships you face aren't a sign that you're on the wrong path. They're often a sign that you're closer to the breakthrough that will change everything. Sometimes the breakthrough comes when you least expect it. Just when you think you've reached your limit, just when you feel like you can't take another step, God shows up and opens a door you never saw coming. That's when the miracles happen. The things you've prayed for, the opportunities you've longed for, the dreams you've dreamed about, they suddenly begin to fall into place. That's God surprising you in the most beautiful way. But here's the key. You have to be open to the surprise. You have to be willing to trust in God's timing, even when it doesn't match your own. Your breakthrough may not look the way you imagined it, but that doesn't mean it's not just what you need. God's surprises are always perfect, even when they come in unexpected forms. Your breakthrough may not come all at once. It may come in stages, small moments of progress that build up to something monumental. But with each step, you are moving closer to the life you were meant to live. Believe that your breakthrough is coming. Believe that God is working behind the scenes, arranging everything just as it should be. Even in the moments of uncertainty, trust that you are exactly where you need to be. The pain you've endured, the struggles you faced, and the moments when you thought you couldn't go on, they are all preparing you for the breakthrough that is on its way. God is surprising you, and when that breakthrough comes, it will be bigger and better than you ever imagined. So don't lose hope. Stay faithful. Keep taking those steps forward even when the path isn't clear. God will surprise you, and when he does, you'll realize that all the waiting, all the challenges, and all the growth was worth it. Your breakthrough is on the way, and it's going to be extraordinary. Keep believing, keep trusting, and get ready for the miracles that are about to unfold in your life. Action is the bridge between where you are now and where you are meant to be. It's the force that propels you forward even when the road ahead seems uncertain, and it's the key to unlocking the incredible surprises that God has in store for you. So often, we wait for the perfect moment or the perfect circumstances before we take the first step. But the truth is, action is what activates the miracles that God is preparing for you. Many people pray for change, for breakthroughs, for blessings, but then they sit back and wait for those things to magically appear. What they don't realize is that God works through action. He doesn't wait for you to have everything figured out before you take the first step. He's waiting for you to move, to step out in faith, and to trust that as you take action, he will meet you along the way. You may not always have all the answers, but when you take action, God will surprise you with the opportunities, the resources, and the people you need to keep going. There's a powerful saying, faith without works is dead. It's easy to talk about faith, to hope for change, to believe in God's promises. But faith becomes alive when you take action. It's through your actions that you show God you trust him, that you believe he is with you every step of the way, and that you are ready to step into the destiny he has planned for you. Waiting for the perfect moment will keep you stagnant. It's through imperfect action, through pushing past fear and doubt, that you allow God to work in ways you never expected. When you take action, you show God that you are willing to partner with him in your own transformation. You take responsibility for your journey, and in doing so, you create space for God to surprise you. He works with those who are willing to act, who are willing to trust, and who are willing to step out of their comfort zones. Every step you take in faith, no matter how small, is a step closer to the incredible surprises God has planned for you. But here's the challenge. Action often requires us to let go of control. We like to plan. We like to know exactly what will happen next. But God's surprises often come when we least expect them. The action you take may not always lead to the result you anticipated, but that's where God's plan kicks in. He sees the bigger picture, and he knows what you need before you even ask. When you take action, you open the door for God to intervene in ways you couldn't have predicted. It's in those moments that the miraculous happens. You don't need to wait until everything is perfect to take action. In fact, waiting for perfection can keep you stuck. Perfection is a myth, and the pursuit of it can lead to paralysis. God is not asking for perfection. He's asking for obedience. He's asking for you to move forward in faith, even when you don't have all the answers. When you move with a heart full of trust and a willingness to act, God will meet you right where you are and begin to move in your life in ways you never imagined. Your action invites the divine to work in alignment with your faith. The key is persistence. Action doesn't always lead to immediate results, but with persistence, you will see the transformation unfold. You may face setbacks along the way, but each setback is an opportunity for God to surprise you with something better than you had planned. When you keep taking action, even when things don't go as expected, you are setting yourself up for God to show up in ways that will astonish you. So take the first step. Start today, right now, with whatever you have. Trust that God is already aligning the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances for your next move. As you take action, know that God will surprise you with blessings you never thought possible, with breakthroughs that you didn't expect, and with opportunities that will change the course of your life. When you act, you open yourself to the miracles God has already set in motion for you. Remember, action is the key to unlocking what's possible. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for everything to be in place. Just take action. The surprises that God has for you are waiting, and when you step out in faith, you will experience them in ways that will leave you in awe. Your future is waiting for you to act, and when you do, you'll discover that the life you've been dreaming of is closer than you think. Opportunity is one of the most powerful gifts that God gives us. Every day, God places opportunities before us, some big, some small, waiting for us to recognize them, take hold of them, and trust that they are part of the divine plan for our lives. However, too often we overlook these opportunities because they don't come in the way we expect, or they don't look like we imagined they would. But God will surprise you with opportunities in ways that you can't even fathom. You might be sitting here today feeling like your life is stagnant or that you've missed your chance. You may be looking at others and wondering why they seem to have it all together while you're still struggling to figure things out. But I want to remind you of this truth. God's timing is perfect, and He has placed an abundance of opportunities along your path. The difference between those who thrive and those who feel stuck often isn't the lack of opportunity, but the ability to recognize and act on the opportunities that come their way. Opportunity doesn't always come wrapped in a pretty package. It doesn't always appear in the form of a grand promotion or a dramatic life change. Sometimes opportunity comes as a small, seemingly insignificant moment. A conversation with a stranger, a setback that forces you to grow, or a challenge that pushes you out of your comfort zone. These are the moments that God uses to position you for greatness. The opportunities that God gives you are the ones that will shape your future, even if they don't look the way you expect them to. In fact, many of the greatest breakthroughs in life come from recognizing and seizing opportunities when they don't look like what you imagined. God works in mysterious ways, and He often leads us to the places we need to be in order to grow, even when we don't see the bigger picture. You might be facing a situation right now that seems like a setback, but it could be the very opportunity that will propel you forward. When you have faith and trust in God's plan, you begin to see that even in the most challenging moments, there are opportunities for growth, transformation, and surprise. Sometimes we look for opportunity in the wrong places, hoping for it to come in the form of a miracle, a windfall, or something grand. But opportunity is often hidden in the small, everyday moments. The relationships you build, the risks you take, the lessons you learn through hardship. These are the opportunities that will change your life if you're willing to see them for what they truly are. God's surprises often come in the form of opportunities that require us to take action, step out in faith, and trust that the next step will lead us to something bigger. The beauty of God's opportunities is that they are never bound by your limitations. They are not restricted by your current circumstances or past mistakes. God is not confined by the walls you think exist in your life. The opportunities He places before you are designed to stretch you, to push you beyond your comfort zone, and to help you discover strengths you didn't know you had. When you trust God, you open yourself to the possibility that these opportunities will lead you to a life that's beyond anything you could have imagined. Don't wait for the perfect moment to act. Opportunity often requires us to move before we feel ready. God is not asking you to have it all figured out before you take the first step. He's asking you to trust Him and move forward with the belief that He will provide everything you need along the way. When you act on the opportunities before you, no matter how small they may seem, you are showing God that you trust Him and that you are ready for the surprises He has in store. The amazing thing about God's opportunities is that they never run out. There will always be another opportunity, another chance, another moment to step into the life He has prepared for you. The opportunities may not come in the form you expect, but they will always lead you to the place you were meant to be. God has an infinite supply of surprises ready for you, and each one is designed to bring you closer to the person you were meant to become. So open your eyes. Be aware of the opportunities that surround you every day. Trust that God is guiding you, even in the midst of uncertainty. When you take hold of the opportunities He places before you, you will begin to experience the surprises that will shape your life in ways you can't even begin to imagine. God's plan for you is unfolding right now, and the opportunities you're seeking are closer than you think. Be ready to act. Be open to the surprises, and know that God will surprise you with opportunities that will change your life forever.